Students, I hope you all are fine and safe at home. Dear students, in this video we will start our chapter number 7, that is fractions. As we done earlier, that the fraction means when we divide an object into parts. Each part is a fraction of the object. For example, if I have this circle and this circle is divided into 4 equal parts, then here we have when we divide an object into parts, and here each part is called a fraction, and in this we have 4 parts, 1 2 3 4, and each part is a fraction of the object. For example, if you order pizza, then the each slice, each part of the pizza is representing a fraction of the object. So basically a fraction represents a part of the whole, and a fraction has numerator and denominator. For example, if I write 7 upon 8, now here we are representing this in a fraction. If I want to represent this shaded portion in a fraction, then we have, in this we have one shaded portion, so I will write 1, and here we have total 4 parts, 1 2 3 4. So this 1 upon 4, this represents a fraction where 1 is a numerator, 4 is a denominator. Similarly, 7 is representing a numerator and this 8 representing denominator. So this is a fraction. Now as we have next, that is proper fraction. These are the type of fraction. We have proper fraction. Now in proper fraction, numerator, this numerator is always lesser than denominator. Proper fraction is a fraction that has numerator lesser than its denominator. Its value is always less than 1. Here the value of proper fraction is always less than 1. So for example, if I write 3 upon 7, here 3 is a numerator, 7 is a denominator, and here 3 represents numerator which is less than denominator, and proper fraction is a fraction in which numerator is lesser than denominator. So this is an example of proper fraction. Now here we have 1 upon 4 which represents proper fraction. Here we have 7 upon 8, 7 is lesser than denominator, numerator is lesser than denominator, so it is also an example of proper fraction. We have so many other examples like 2 upon 9, 4 upon 11. In each case, numerator is lesser than denominator, so this is your proper fraction. Now next we have improper fraction. Next we have improper fraction. So improper fraction is a fraction in which numerator is greater than denominator. So improper fraction is a fraction in which numerator is greater than denominator. For example, if I write 7 upon 3, here numerator is greater than denominator. If I write 9 upon 2, here numerator is greater than denominator. If I write 11 upon 4, here numerator is greater than denominator. If numerator is greater than denominator, then it is representing improper fraction. Now next we have that is mixed fraction. Next we have mixed fraction. Now dear students, always keep in mind that improper fraction, this improper fraction, we can write an improper fraction as a mixed fraction. We can write improper fraction as a mixed fraction. Here improper fraction is like, if I take an example, 11 upon 2. This is an improper fraction, and I have to express this improper fraction into mixed fraction. For this, I will divide 11 by 2 first. So 2 5s are 10. So here I will get remainder 1. Now I have to express this improper fraction as a mixed fraction. For this I will write 2 over here, as 2 is in the denominator, so I will write 2 in the denominator. Then I have this 5 which represents a whole, and this remainder I will write this remainder in the numerator. Now here what I did, I just write improper fraction as a mixed fraction. We can also write mixed fraction as an improper fraction. This is a vice versa. So this 5 represents your whole, this 1 represents numerator, and this 2 represents denominator. So this is all about fractions, types of fractions. So dear students, let's start our exercise, that is exercise 7.1. So let's start our exercise. Dear students, you have to solve first, second and third questions on the books. So let's start our exercise 7.1, which is on page number 135 of NCERT. So here we have first part, and the first question is, write the fraction representing the shaded portion. Now in first part we have 2 shaded portion, and how many parts are there? And keep in mind, bache, in fraction you have to divide an object, figure into equal parts. So here we have 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fraction of this shaded portion is 2 upon 4. So this is our answer. Now second part, I have to write the fraction of second part. So let's count total number of parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here total parts are 9, and out of 9, 8 are shaded. So my answer is 8 upon 9. So next we have third part. In this third part we have total balls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the shaded are 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer is 4 upon 8. Shaded portion, you have to write the parts of shaded portion in the numerator and the total in the denominator. Next we have fourth part. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal parts, and the fraction of the shaded portion is 1 upon 4. So this is our first, second, third and fourth part. And here we have fifth part. Here fifth part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total parts are 7, and the shaded parts are 3 upon 7. Now here sixth part, let's count total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Total flowers are 12 and the shaded are 3. So my fraction is 3 upon 12. Now next we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now in this question total number of objects are 10. And the number of shaded objects are also 10. So my answer is 10 upon 10. Now next I have, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here total number of parts, equal parts are 9, and let's count the shaded one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer is 4 upon 9. So next I have this part. Let's count the total shaded parts. We have, total parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we have total 8, and the shaded are 1, 2, 3, 4. So fraction is 4 upon 8. Now in this, as we have 2 equal parts, as this line of symmetry indicates that it is in 2 equal parts, so the fraction of the shaded portion is 1 upon 2. So this is all about question number 1, and dear students, you have to solve this question on the books. So next we have question number 2. In this question, fraction is given, and according to the fraction you have to color the part. So in this we have 1 upon 6. As 6 in the denominator indicates, we have 6 equal parts, and this 1 indicate out of 6 we have to shade 1 part. For this you have to shade any part. It's up to you. You can shade any sector over here. So now this is representing 1 upon 6. Now next we have 1 upon 4. Again, this 4 which is in the denominator indicates we have 4 equal parts and 1 represent. I have to shade any one part. So you can shade any one part of these 4 equal parts, out of these 4 equal parts. Next we have 1 upon 3. Now it means you have to shade 1 out of 3. So for this, here I am shading this part. You can shade any part. So this is my third answer. So next I have fourth part. 3 upon 4 indicates you have to shade 3 parts out of 4. So for this I will shade this. Second, I will cover all these 3 parts. This is my first, this is my second part, and this is my third part. So here out of 4 I shaded 3 parts. So next I have 4 upon 9. It means I have to shade 4 parts out of 9. So here I am shading this 1, then this 2, then this 3, and this 4. You can shade any part. So this is all about our question number 2. So let's start our third question, and as I told you earlier, you have to solve first, second and third question on the books. Now third is identify the error if any. Now in this, here the fraction is given to you 1 upon 2. Here fraction is given to you 1 upon 4, and here it is given 3 upon 4. This 1 upon 2 means one part is shaded, but we know that in fraction you have to divide into equal parts, and this shaded portion, these 2 parts are not equal, these 4 parts are not equal, these 4 parts are not equal, and in fraction you have to divide into equal parts. So the error is this: the parts are not equal, so the shaded part is not 1 upon 2. So here I will write in figure A, B and C, shaded parts are not equal. Parts are not equal. Therefore, shaded portion do not represent the fraction. Here we have in the figure A, B and C, parts are not equal. Therefore, shaded portion do not represent the given fraction. So this is your first, second and third question. So let's start our question number 4. So our fourth question is, what fraction of a day is 8 hours? Now in this question, we have to write the fraction of day, that is 8 hours. So for this, firstly, we have to write total number of hours in a day. So let's write total number of hours in a day. And in one day we have 24 hours. And here we have to write 8 hours as a fraction. So therefore, 8 hours as a fraction, we have to write 8 hours as a fraction. So I will write this 8 in the numerator, which is asked in the question, and the total number of hours are 24. So this is your fraction. This is your 8 hours as a fraction. Your answer is 8 upon 24. You can write 8 upon 24, and you can also reduce this into simplest form. For this, you will write 8 upon 24, as both numerator and denominator are divisible by 8. So if I divide 8 upon 8, 8 by 8 I will get 1. If I divide 24 by 8 I will get 3. So the fraction 8 hours as a fraction you can write like 8 upon 24, and you can also reduce 8 upon 24. So after reducing you will get 1 upon 3. So this is your question number 4. So let's start our next question. Now next we have question number 5. What fraction of an hour is 40 minutes? Now in this question you have to write 40 minutes as a fraction. So for this simply I have to write 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes, because I have to write this 40 minutes as a fraction, and for this you must know how many minutes are there in 1 hour. So then next I will write 40 minutes as a fraction is equals to 40 in the numerator and total minutes in the denominator. So your answer is 40 upon 60. Similarly, you can also reduce this 40 upon 60 into lowest form. For this, as we know that here we have 0, 4, 0 and 6 zeros at the ends. You will cancel this 0 with this 0. Now here you are left with 4 upon 6. Now both numerator and denominator are divisible by 2. So when you divide 4 by 2, you will get 2 2s are 4, and when you divide 6 by 2, you will get 2 3s are 6. So your answer is 2 upon 3. You can write 40 upon 60, and similarly you can also write 2 upon 3, either this or this. You can reduce this 40 upon 60 into lowest form. Now next question, that is question number 6. Now we have question number 6. Question number 6 is Arya, Abhimanyu and Vivek shared lunch. Arya has bought 2 sandwich. Here we have first sandwich and one made of vegetable, that is of vegetable, and other sandwich that is of jam. Now the other 2 boys forgot to bring their lunch. Arya agreed to share his sandwiches so that each person will have equal share of each sandwich. As we know that friends are Arya, Abhimanyu and Vivek. And Arya want to share his sandwich so that each person will have equal share. For this, what will Arya do? He will divide each sandwich into 3 equal parts. Here he will divide 3 equal parts of vegetable and 3 equal parts of jam sandwich, so that each one will get equal share. So here we have question, how can Arya divide his sandwich so that each person has an equal share? For this, he must divide the sandwich into how many parts? How many equal parts? 3 equal parts. So let's write our answer. So my answer will be solution number 6, A part. So I will write Arya will divide each sandwich into 3 equal parts, One part will be received by each of them. As we know, one part will take Arya, this part will take Abhimanyu, and this part will take Vivek. Similarly, this part will take Arya, Abhimanyu and Vivek. Now next we have B part. What part of a sandwich will each boy receive? Now I have to write a part means fraction. So here total parts are 3 and each will get which part? That is 1/3. Abhimanyu will get 1/3 of a sandwich. Abhimanyu will get 1/3 of a sandwich. Vivek will get 1/3 of a sandwich. That is of 1/3 of a vegetable sandwich as well as and 1/3 of a jam sandwich. So my answer of B part will be each boy will get 1/3 part, or simply we can say that a fraction is 1/3 because fraction means you have to divide into equal parts. So this is all about question number 6. Take care, students.